C-SPAN's local content vehicles are traveling the country this summer and fall, visiting communities and congressional districts as we look at some of the most hotly contested House races leading up to this November's midterm elections.
Brian Lentz.
Brian, how you doing?
Nice to meet you. How you doing? Hi, how are you?
Brian.
Joe, nice to see you. How are you? How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
See you, Brian Lentz. Nice to see you.
Anderson. Nice to meet you.
Okay. You from Delaware County, or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, whereabouts you live?
Prospect Park.
Okay. I hope you'll vote for me in November. Lentz.
We'll do that.
I'll see you.
Fran Patnian, nice to meet you. Thank you.
That Jim
Hey,
Flynn.
hi, Jim. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me down. Everybody.
Well, you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer.
I'm Burley from the Henderson Group. Nice to meet you.
This is a lawyer thing.
Pleased to meet you.
Two lawyers in town, and everybody.
Right.
Candidates in the 7th District, the Democrat is Brian Lentz, who's an up-and-coming, he was a prosecutor in the city of Philadelphia, an Army Ranger who served in Iraq. He was very ambitious. He was going to run for Congress in 2006 when Joe Sestak, who had retired from the Navy as an admiral, decided to come back to his hometown in the district where he hadn't lived for many years and run for Congress. And he did such a phenomenal job of fundraising, Sestak did, that Rahm Emanuel and other party elders told Lentz to go away, kid. You know, we got somebody with a lot of money, plus he was an admiral, so he's like a macho Democrat, and he's perfect for this district. And Lentz did go away like a dutiful guy that wanted to have a future in the party. And Lentz ran for the state house, and he's been there for a couple terms. And the Republican candidate in the 7th District is Pat Meehan. He was the U.S. prosecutor under Bush, U.S. attorney for southeastern Pennsylvania, and he racked up several major convictions for political corruption in Philadelphia. So he has great law enforcement credentials. He's a local boy. He has deep roots, and he was the party candidate for district attorney in Delaware County. He also has a lot of experience as a political operative. He ran the campaigns of both, statewide campaigns of both Arlen Specter, when Arlen Specter was a Republican, and Rick Santorum, the very conservative Rick Santorum, which is a neat trick. You know, he has ties to all wings of the Republican Party, and he's very, very well connected.
I think that one of the reasons that this race is so interesting is because it is a case test for the messaging that Republicans are trying to put across in these types of districts that they think are up for grabs.
But people on the street will come up and grab me by the hand and say, "You got to help me get a job." Good people. They're out of work, and they're worried about where am I going to find the next opportunity to get back.
Our economic policies for the past 10 or so years have been very focused on wealth creation. And, you know, the stock market went through the roof, and a lot of people made a lot of money, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but there wasn't enough focus on jobs, and particularly jobs here.
A bit about the 7th Congressional District. It's unique in that it's been a Republican stronghold since the Civil War. Delaware County is the main county in the 7th Congressional District, and it's like right outside the city of Philadelphia. It's near suburbs, and it includes like ethnically diverse old poor towns and the main line, you know, home of the Blue Bloods and the Philadelphia Story and Grace Kelly and all that kind of stuff. Republicans still have a registration edge in the district, but it's shrinking quite a bit. And Delaware County in particular, which is like 70% of the district, has been voting for Democrats in national and statewide races for a long time now. The current representative from the 7th Congressional District, Joe Sestak, who's running for the Senate, thus creating the open seat. He's the first Democrat in 26 years to have won election there. The Democrat that preceded him was from the Watergate era. It took Watergate to get another Democrat in there.
It really does encapsulate all the dynamics that we're seeing in these competitive districts, and you add to that the fact that these are two good candidates, and that's what makes it really competitive. When you run for Congress in the Philly area, these races are won and lost on TV. You know, this is an expensive place to run. It costs about $500,000 per week to be on the air. And this could really come down to who has the more compelling narrative to put on TV and who has the money to put it into people's homes on TV.